This is Texas Today HD.
Hey, I am suspending my campaign.
Rick Perry's throwing in the towel, who he's supporting now, and what his political future holds.
It has been a treacherous and stormy morning across Central Texas. Multiple accidents and power outages have been reported.
Texas Today's Rebecca Schleicher has been tracking these incidents all morning. She joins us again live from the newsroom. Good morning, Rebecca. What's the latest?
Just a recap of the morning. One person so far has been killed in a rollover accident. We have crews on the scene right now.
You're looking live right now at the overturned ship. 11 people are confirmed dead. Nearly 24 more remain missing. And this image right here of the overturned ship is seen from space. Captain Scatino admitted that he made a navigational error before the ship hit rocks. We are following some breaking news this morning out of Waco.
Firefighters did respond to a house fire and found one person dead overnight. Texas Today's Rebecca Schleicher joins us live from the 1400 block of Springdale. Rebecca, what's the latest going on out there?
Well, Chris, Teal, the fire trucks have gone home, and now you can see fire investigators have taken over the scene. They're looking to find the cause of the fire and also the cause of death of the person they found inside. Neighbors originally gave them a call around 2:30 this morning, and when firefighters showed up, they said there was heavy smoke coming from the front of the house, even though the fire was all the way in the back of the house. They quickly knocked the fire down, got it under control, but not before someone did lose their life.
On that primary search, we did discover a body inside. The victim was too far gone to do anything for her.
Now, this house was completely vacant. There was no furniture inside. They say the person that they found was in the back bedroom area. Nothing else in there, but they do say that that is also where the fire began. So too soon to tell exactly what happened here this morning, but they'll be looking into it, and we'll hope to get you that information as soon as it's available. Chris, Teal.
All right, thanks so much. Rebecca Schleicher reporting live for us from Waco this morning, where again, that situation is still kind of developing as investigators learn more.
Yeah, very confusing at this hour, so we'll let you know what happened as we find out what happened. A bus driver and student remain in intensive care after a delivery truck collided with a bus in Temple yesterday morning.
Yeah, scary stuff here. The accident happened around 7:30 at the intersection of FM 93 and Old Highway 95, south of Temple, but north of Little River Academy, kind of in between there. The truck and the bus both overturned. 32 people sent to the hospital. KCEN HD News reporter Sophia Stamas shows us how as the bus flipped over, it turned the lives of many upside down.
This twisted school bus turned Ginger and Rick Holland's world upside down when they got a frantic phone call from their 14-year-old daughter, Brianna. They rushed to the scene.
She was real hysterical and crying. And I tried to get her to calm down, to tell me exactly what was going on, and she said, well, the bus had been in an accident.
DPS troopers say fog may have been a factor when a Lowe's delivery truck coming down Highway 95 slammed into the bus traveling on FM 93.
The large truck failed to yield right away at the stop sign and collided with the school bus.
The impact sent the bus rolling with about 40 people inside, most of them children. 18 were taken to Scott and White Memorial Hospital and 16 others were taken to the Children's Hospital, where it was all hands on deck.
I think the mindset was these are children and they're injured and they're sick and they're scared and we need to respond to their medical needs. We need to respond to their psychological needs. Their moms and their dads, their principal, they were arriving too.
School buses in Texas are not required to have seat belts, but while some say they're built to protect, the Hollands aren't convinced that's enough for their precious cargo.
I wonder why seat belts have not been put on buses. It's the law for all other vehicles. Why not buses?
Just looking at the bus, knowing what happened, the bus did what it was designed to do. It stayed intact and it protected the children.
Brianna is now home resting with a concussion and cuts and says she's not quite ready to get back on board just yet.
I'd probably drive her for a while.
Yeah.
I think she's a little timid and a little scared right now, which is understandable.
That was Sophia Stamas reporting a difficult day for students, teachers, parents, everyone from Little River Academy. Now, in addition to the driver and the child in ICU, 2 others were still receiving treatment at our last check. Right now, the delivery truck driver faces charges of failure to yield at a stopped intersection.
3 men are behind bars this morning, accused of leading Bell County Sheriff's deputies on a manhunt Friday afternoon in Temple. 27-year-old Eric Dawson, 20-year-old James Kelly, and 19-year-old Dennis Lexion are accused of burglarizing a Bell County home. This happened around 1:45 last Friday on Lower Troy Road. Several guns were stolen from the home. When police caught up with the suspect's car, 2 people jumped out and ran. Officers were able to catch Dawson and Lexion. Kelly later turned himself in. All 3 suspects are charged with burglary.
Well, if you're a Fort Hood soldier looking for a job, you're not going to want to miss today's job fair. Over 150 employers will be at Fort Hood's semi-annual job fair looking to hire. The fair will be from 10 to 3 today at Club Hood. There will be signs directing you where to park. There will be a free shuttle bus taking you directly to the location. For more information, just contact the ACAP Center at 288-2227. The job fair comes at a crucial time, of course, with female veterans specifically saying that they've had a hard time finding work.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, more than 20% of female vets who served in Iraq and Afghanistan were unemployed in December. With the war in Iraq over, the competition amongst vets is tougher. While some women say gender plays a role in the hiring process, one employment expert also says it has to do with women trying to switch fields.
What's the first step you take to get into this new career? 90% of us don't know, because we've never had to think about that, because again, we operated within the military construct.
Jobless rates for female vets increased by 7% over the course of 2011. Well, the Lady Bears are back in action tonight. You can catch it all right here on KCEN HD. The #1 Bears take on number 17, the Texas Tech Lady Raiders. So those Raiders have only suffered 2 losses this season, back-to-back for them, as a matter of fact, while the Lady Bears remain undefeated. Tech will take the home court advantage in this one tonight. The game's in Lubbock, but you can enjoy the game from the comfort of your home. The game starts at 7 o'clock. We hope that you'll tune in tonight on KCEN.
Absolutely. Odyssey Sims, Brittany Griner, and the whole gang have just been so fun to watch so far this year.
Yeah, who's going to beat them this year? I think maybe they can beat themselves if they stumble or have a poor game, but I don't think Kim Mulkey will let that happen. She makes too many adjustments on the fly. And if you're not playing well or you're not playing hard, you'll be out of the game. Next person's in, and she does have a very deep team.
This is true. All right, well, let's go ahead and we've got a check of the forecast coming from meteorologist Nick Piesco coming right up.
A gruesome mystery is really unfolding in Los Angeles. LA police have discovered dismembered body parts along the trails near the famous Hollywood sign.
A couple said that they were walking their dogs in Hollywood Hills Park on Tuesday when the dogs began playing with an object in a plastic grocery bag. That object turned out to be a severed head. On Wednesday, search crews uncovered 2 hands, 2 feet, not far from where that head was found. Police think that the hands and the head belong to the same person. Now investigators are trying to figure out who that person is.
It's a very extensive process. There's a number of ways they can reference it, including dental records. Hopefully somebody will be able to ID it. Hopefully they'll be able to come up with a sketch of the victim.
Right now, officers believe the victim was a man in his 40s to 60s. They will continue to search the area later today. The captain of the capsized cruise ship off the coast of Italy is speaking out. He now claims that he tripped and fell into a lifeboat while helping passengers off of the ship. You're looking live right now at the overturned ship. 11 people are confirmed dead. Nearly 24 more remain missing. The search for the missing has been temporarily put on hold. That's because of the unstable nature of the ship. And this image right here of the overturned ship is seen from space. Captain Scatino admitted that he made a navigational error before the ship hit rocks. Meanwhile, the Washington Monument could close to the public for the rest of this year. This comes after an earthquake damaged it last year.
Yeah, it could affect those vacationing there. The cost to repair the monument could reach as high as $15 million. Congress recently approved half, telling the National Park Service to find donors for the rest. But thanks to the co-founder of the Carlyle Group, David Rubenstein, the repairs can begin. The park is set to announce that Rubenstein will provide the rest of the money, but residents and visitors say they're just eager for it to reopen.
Again, it's just a fun treasure. That would be exciting. It would be an encouragement to come back, definitely.
Officials say the restoration will take at least a year. Meanwhile, a monumental career may soon be coming to an end. Legendary filmmaker George Lucas says he's ready to retire.
The man behind the hit franchises Star Wars and, of course, Indiana Jones tells the New York Times that he is calling it quits with the big blockbusters, but he isn't necessarily renouncing showbiz altogether. Lucas has just finished a big-budget biopic on the Tuskegee Airmen, and he now wants to focus his movie-making magic on less commercial films. And perhaps Lucas will want a cake like this one at his blockbuster movie retirement party. This 6'4" tall Stormtrooper cake was served up at a sci-fi convention in Boston. Amanda Oakleaf Cakes concocted the 300-pound cake. It took 208 eggs, 20 pounds of butter, 140 pounds of sugar, and 35 pounds of flour to make, and it took nearly 600 conventioneers to demolish that one.
I was going to say, it looks like it's disappearing right before our eyes. The top of the head was missing in the first photo, and now we've got almost the body missing.
Seriously, though,
that's what they look like on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
208 eggs, 20 pounds of butter. That's
paging Paula Dean.
I'm trying to figure out which statistic is more alarming to me. 140 pounds of sugar. That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, a lot of sugar. Well, Zach and Jim like a little sugar in their morning coffee, I suppose. Let's check in with them over at Waco 100. Good morning, guys.
Oh, sugar, sugar.
Tracking any traffic problems and accidents that have been happening because of this weather. Again, like Rebecca said, we're tracking the power outages right now. So just a lot to handle this morning, a lot to take care of, but we promise we'll get to all of it.
Okay, along with the static electricity and rain, love is in the air across central Texas as couples across the area prepare for Valentine's Day.
And whether you are popping the bubbly or the question, you'll want only the best for your Valentine. Rebecca Gallupo shows us where to find it in today's What's Hot.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and the most common question I get asked is what to do and where to go. Make the most of this Valentine's Day and impress.
Well, perhaps you've already found love, popped the question, and gotten hitched. So what's next? Expanding the family.
Yeah, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby care. Right, we all learned that in elementary school, but that doesn't mean that expanding the budget when sprucing up the nursery. Miranda Bradley from Bell County Family Magazine joins us next with tips on how you could save when creating a space for your new little one. We're back right after this.